Chelsea responds to a lot of people in this game. Chelsea 2, Fulham 1, trailing for the whole game from minute 20 to come back with a banger of a shot by Neto. Welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Welcome to another match analysis and another match reaction for the Premier League this season. A brilliant and a magnificent game. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe, of course, if you're new. Like the video underneath and let me know in the comments. Do you think this is going to kickstart the run-in for Chelsea to make top 5 at the end against all odds, against all what people thought? The run-in is hard for Chelsea, but today, I think it's the first step. I just don't want to say I told you so. Yesterday, I said that Chelsea can win against Fulham. Logically speaking, Chelsea were not the superior team against Fulham. However, clutch at the end by Neto, clutch at the end by George, after Jackson had a horrific and a dreadful game by the Chelsea striker. Absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. But let's start in the beginning. A lot of people are complaining about the free kick, and Reece James should have had a free kick for the Iwobi goal. I don't think it's a free kick. Fair tackle by Sessegnon to give the ball to Iwobi. The defense is out of position because they were all going forward. The midfielders were going forward, and Iwobi scores. And from that point on, Chelsea were trying and trying and trying. Created some chances, but Jackson was a disaster. The guy is an absolute disaster. And I have to be honest about something. Sancho coming on in the second half provided a little bit of a spark for Chelsea on that left side. He was direct. He put Cucurella a couple of times to cross. He put Palmer a couple of times to the byline to cross. Had a couple of shots, and I thought it was very positive. We have to be honest about that when we analyze Chelsea Football Club. Enzo Maresca has done some tactical analysis in the second half that I wanted to speak about. Cucurella now is doing overlap in the second half, is overlapping behind Jadon Sancho to create a little bit of support for Jadon Sancho, which helped Chelsea on that left side. The problem is Jackson's presence in the 18 is horrific and dreadful and garbage. And I don't think it should start again. Maybe they should start George up top, because the kid, when the chance came to him and fell to his feet, a wonderful and an amazing shot. Maybe Enzo Maresca is still learning about a squad after kind of a whole season now with 33 games played. He's still learning. But Jackson needs to be taken out of the firing line because he is not performing. I thought in the first half, Cole Palmer was a little bit quiet. Second half came to life, affected the game, moved into the spaces, moved towards Sancho sometimes, and I thought he supported the offensive players more. Another problem, there is a problem at Chelsea, which is on the transition. They are still wide open because of the Caicedo situation being left on his own in the midfield, because Enzo Fernandez is trying to help the forwards. But sometimes when you are losing 1-0, you have to take risks. And Enzo Maresca was trying to take risks. Did I like Chelsea today a lot? Not really. Did they win because of an individual brilliance at the end? Yes. But sometimes you need these 3 points to actually just kickstart something. You need some of these moments to go your way. You don't have to be the best team on the pitch. Fulham were defending heroically, of course. They were defending very well. Marco Silva set up the team very well. But at the end, the quality of Chelsea shined. At the end, the quality of Chelsea shined at the end with Neto. But all I have to say is that now Pedro Neto, in this game was very direct. He was trying a couple of shots and it wasn't working for him. He actually produced a lot of crosses from the left and the right, especially from the right side when he went on the second half. And there is nobody crashing the 18. It is not his problem. It is Enzo Maresca's problem having Jackson in the 18. This is something that he needs to fix. But there is another thing that happened in the second half, which is Cole Palmer moved a little bit higher on the pitch. He wasn't dropping deep to get the ball from Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. He was just occupying the areas behind the forward, and that pinned some of the Fulham players back. If you look at now, Chelsea after this win, if you look at the table now, and you look at where Chelsea are, at the current moment, Chelsea are 5th. Chelsea are 57 points, only 2 points behind Newcastle playing the same game. Chelsea play Newcastle away in a couple of weeks at St. James's Park. This is the make or break game for Chelsea. This is the game when you need the Chelsea players to rise. Even a point at that ground will be good for you, because that will prevent Newcastle from going way ahead of you if they win 3 points. And I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm thinking, maybe if you go to St. James's Park and try to play transition football, try to play a little bit on the counter attack, maybe you can fend for yourself, trying to hit Newcastle on the counter, like what Aston Villa did the other day against them. But you look at this and you look at the table, and all the teams have chance of making top 5. Now, Arsenal have won the game, so Arsenal basically are going to make top 5. They're going to stay second. They are behind Liverpool by 10 points, and they are 7 points ahead of Newcastle United, 8 points ahead of Manchester City. And you look at this and you're thinking, Arsenal are going to be there. The fight now is between the rest of the teams. Can Chelsea fight against all odds and make it to the Champions League? I believe they can. But there will need to be heroics and will need to be adjustments from Enzo Maresca. It's in their hands. They play Newcastle, they play Nottingham Forest in the last day, and Nottingham Forest are not unbeatable. Because Everton won against Nottingham Forest. If Everton can do it, Chelsea can do it and go to the Forest ground and win. It's not beyond the realm of possibility as some people state it to be. And that is something that they can do. They can eliminate a direct opposition from the top 5 contention. The Nottingham Forest play Spurs tomorrow still, by the time I record this video. So you need to look at that. And if they lose and Chelsea stay 5th, now we're looking at Chelsea with a good chance of actually staying in 5th if they win some of the games they have. They play Man United, winnable game. They play Liverpool at home. Liverpool by that time might be winning the league already, so they might field different players and Chelsea can win this game. Yes, the run-in is very hard, but this win against Fulham, it tells you that these players want to make Champions League. They're still playing for the manager. I'm looking at this Chelsea team, and a lot of people don't want to see them in the Champions League. I actually think it's better for the Premier League than Nottingham Forest if Chelsea make Champions League. There is a lot of people that said that I said the project has to fail. The project at the current moment is not challenging for the league. They still can make Champions League. And today, and I promise you this, it will be the spark for Chelsea going forward. I hope they can continue like this. I think we'll see if Enzo Maresca can take it from here and make the team play better, provide the moments from the players, provide some of the good performances from some of the players like Neto, Palmer, Jadon Sancho, and I think they can make Champions League. You tell me in the comment section. This win is unexpected and unpredicted, so you tell me what you think in the comment section.